So what's up, everybody? Another beautiful day here in Huntington Beach. Decided to come down to the beach. It's actually, the weather warmed up a little bit. It's been a little chilly the last couple of weeks. Considering it is January, right? That would make sense. But I wanted to hop on here and talk about something, from the beginning. When I started doing these a couple weeks ago, one of the things that I had touched on was quitting chewing. And, it was a really big struggle for me. One of the main reasons I quit was because, I was so addicted when I had the, withdrawal symptoms. I was having night sweats and headaches and just really felt sick, for the last time I quit, it was like a week. So it was a strong enough, discomfort, and it created enough of a catalyst to really, be the sustainable change that I needed. I never wanted to go back to being that person that I was before, which is what I talked about on the New Year's resolution. But, what I was thinking about today, my college coach, my wrestling coach, Don Henry, I was listening to the Jordan Burroughs, Joe Rogan podcast, which I've kind of, recently stopped listening to podcasts and any type of media, recently, but it kind of as a, series of events where my coach lately has been posting these motivational quotes, and, Jordan Burroughs is on there. They kind of got me in this old, mindset with wrestling. The New Year as well is probably influencing that. And, back to the chewing thing, one of the things that stuck with me for all of these years was that Coach Henry always used to tell me that, the fact that I still chewed, and he used to chew, right? So a couple of the other coaches had chewed as well, and, tobacco, right? And they had, all had quit, for the most part, at least the ones that were, talking to us about quitting. And it just seemed like it was impossible to quit at the time. I remember, especially when I was talking to him, and he would just tell me how mentally weak I was. And at the time, I really didn't get it, but now I do. And what I wanted to say today is that, quitting chewing was one of the biggest things in my life that I did that allowed me to get control of my life, right? And really boosted my self-confidence and my self-efficacy, to really another level. Because I had struggled with it so much, once I was able to kick it and get rid of it and never go back to it and never be a person again, that, and I'm still, I worry to this day if I was like, oh yeah, let me just have one chew. No way. But I really don't want one, and that was, what happened the last time I started, and I have, vivid memories of that. It was actually a really, uncomfortable experience because it was starting to go against the self-image that I was creating for myself. But mental weakness was one of those things that I never wanted to, display any more than I already had to. I'm already a human, which, makes us inherently weak. I didn't want to be doing things to self-sabotage or self-limit. And, I was all into that type of, positive, sports psychology type of stuff back then. Ultimately coaching athletes and rehabbing people the same way. You have to be mentally strong to be able to do that. And I wanted to, be able to demonstrate that type of personality. And ultimately, it was a big deal for me, So if you guys are sitting there and you're thinking about whether you should quit, doing something that's a bad habit, or maybe this New Year's resolution, it got you to the point now where, you've had success for a week or so here, you got to keep it going. Just remember, you want to be that person, the person that you're dreaming of being. All right, thanks a lot. Keep up with the self-actualization. Be proactive. I'll talk to you later.